deposit ether. And max ether. There we go. Change box. Yes. I will change to box 2. And that saved the game for me, so nice. I'll save the game manually though. Only 22 Pokédex still. That's fine. We will acquire many more, I'm sure. Alright, let's go and fight our rival. And remember, this rival fight can be a little tricky, so hopefully we have leveled up enough for it. I'm just gonna check if there's any other items here that I may have missed. No, I don't think so. If there is any I missed, I don't think it's worth... Though I don't think they're worth getting. We got a rare candy and an ether, so I think that should be enough. Buttmon, or Buttman, that's such a good name. I completely forgot that's what I named my rival. Bonjour, imagine seeing you here. Were you really invited? So how's your Pokédex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, different kinds everywhere, crawl around in grassy areas. Who do you think you are, Professor Oak? Damn. Buttman wants to fight. You got Pidgeotto. Oh shit, that's a bad matchup for Toad. But I'm 9 levels higher, so I think we'll be okay. Let's body slam. Yeah, we got this. Okay. Oh yeah. Again, forget that Gust is not super effective against me for some reason, so I'm totally fine. Raticate. The infamous Blues Raticate. I believe this is the last time we see his Raticate, and after that he is in Pokemon Tower, I guess. The theory is that his Raticate died, and he goes to the tower to mourn it. Kadabra, which looks way more like an Alakazam in this game than a Kadabra, but, you know. Pretty cool. Very weak defenses, though. And then Charmeleon, which is level 20. Honestly, I thought this guy would be a lot higher level than he is, but maybe we are a little over-leveled. And we got a crit. One-hit KO. Okay, I was worried for nothing. This was the easiest fight on the whole ship. At least you're raising your Pokemon. I guess I am, huh? I heard there was a cut master on board, but he was just a seasick old man. But cut itself is really useful. You should go see him. Smell ya. Bye, Buttman. Have a good time. Alright, so first of all, yuck, shouldn't have looked. How to conquer seasickness. The captain's reading this. Yeah, so there's a captain of a ship who gets seasick, which is pretty funny. Oh, I feel hideous. Seasick. I rub the captain's back. Rub, 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 rub. So iconic. Woo, thank you. I feel much better. You want to see my cut technique? I could show you if I wasn't ill. I know, you can have this. Teach it to your Pokemon, and you can see it cut anytime. We got HM01. I didn't even get a cool jingle for that? Wow, okay. Annoying thing about this is that HMs use up inventory spaces as well, so... But who are we going to give this to? I may honestly give this to Mew, since it's going to be on my team for the rest of the game. And, well, I'm going to need Cut pretty much for the rest of the game, so just makes sense to give it to Mew. I know it's probably a waste to give freaking Mew the HM for Cut, but, I mean, who cares? It's a Mew that I got with a Train to Fly glitch. It's not exactly important or special. If it was like an event Mew, then I definitely wouldn't be teaching it that, but just a bunch of code at the end of the day, right? Bye bye SS Anne. I probably definitely left some valuable items on there, but I don't care enough to go and get them. I just want to make progress. Progress my game, that's what I want. Honk honk. I don't know if I told this before, probably didn't yet, but when I was a kid and I played Pokemon Fire Red, I stayed on the SS Anne just waiting for the ship to leave, because I thought that if I waited long enough that the ship would leave and take me to the, you know, the destination, the island or whatever it was going to. So I would keep my Game Boy on charge so it wouldn't die and just leave it on for hours, hoping that the ship would eventually leave. And one day I got off the ship. I'd done everything on the ship pretty much, because I was bored, and I thought if I did everything then the ship would eventually leave with me on it. But I got off the ship one day, and of course the ship left without me, and I just watched in disbelief as the ship left and left me behind, and I'd waited hours for nothing. I was about 8 years old when this happened, so, you know, bear with me, I was a dumb kid. But I kind of love that. I love that Pokemon is mystical like that. But anyways, we got Diglett's cave here. We can go ahead and catch ourselves a Diglett and maybe even a Dugtrio, which would actually really help against Lieutenant Surge. You know what? I will catch them, but first I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight the gym first and then catch them, because I'm a rebel. No, it's just because I think after that trainer battle was so easy, that rival battle, I think that we are probably... Oh, don't use dig, use cut. I think we're probably going to find this fairly easy. Also, I want to switch your moves around. Oh wait, I can't do that in the menu, I have to do it in battle. Oh, I forget. Oh well. Let's do that then. Put you up front. And into the gym we go. But yeah, in this game you have to manually go into your team and use the HM from your Pokemon whenever you want to use a HM. That applies for Cut, Surf, I guess, I was going to say Rock Smash, but Rock Smash isn't in this game. But here we are, the infamous trash puzzle for the 3rd gym badge. Why is this here? I have no idea. They say that there's a higher likelihood that the trash switches is in the corner, and look at that. Here it is in the corner. And there's also a higher chance that the second lock is right next to it. And it's not. And it reset. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty random. Sometimes you get lucky, like, it seems like the corner is more likely to have it for some reason. Hey, we did it! That was really fast. That you know, speedrunners are me very jealous of that. But I'm gonna actually fight these trainers in here just to make sure that I am strong enough to fight Surge. And get a little bit of extra XP. This guy's a sailor. We've got a Pikachu. Oh yeah, I'm sending out my Mew so I can switch the moves around. There we go. That should be good. Let's use Dig while we're at it. My fetus, level 100 fetus. Sentence that has never been said before. Alright, let's switch out. We don't need to be cheating for this. Let's use Toad. There we go. He missed his quick attack. Wow, what a loser. And I get a crit body slam. Love that odd. The odds of that. Wow, surprised me. Surprised me too. Right, let's switch Fetus for Toad. There we go. I'm a lightweight, but I'm good with electricity. That's good to know. Rocker. Voltorb. Is that gonna use Explosion or Self-Destruct? Maybe. Possibly. Oof. Almost in one hit. I'm glad to see we are pretty damn over leveled though. Fills me with much joy. Magnemite. There's no steel type in this game, so we can just use normal type moves and it does a good amount of damage, thankfully. Back in good old Gen 1 where there's no dark type, no steel type, and no fairy type. Razor Leaf. Yeah, we'll get rid of Vine Whip for Razor Leaf. I think Razor Leaf does a little bit more damage. I think it may have lower accuracy too, but it should be fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm gonna just keep using Body Slam. Ooh, look at that. It's basically, literally 1 HP. Sonic Boom. It's a pretty good move. Let's use Tackle. To save our PP. Of course, we got a crit. We totally needed that. Fried. I thought he said friend for a second. I don't need to heal. I'm good. When I was in the army, Lieutenant Surge was my strict CO. Okay. I love that sprite. Old man sprite. Goes hard. Body slam. Body slamming a Pikachu. Just for funsies. One hit. That's great. Just had a 1 Pikachu, huh? Stop. You're very good. Thank you. The door won't open? Well, it is open. Kind of irrelevant. Now, am I going to be a baller and go into this with a damaged Pokemon? Yes, I am. I'm not even going to heal, because I'm that overconfident that we can beat Surge. Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You wouldn't live long in combat, that's for sure. I tell you kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war. Zapped my enemies into paralysis. That's fucked up. Fucked up, actually. Pretty epic. What war was he in then? I'm sure there's a lore explanation for the great Pokemon war that Surge was in, but I don't know about it. So in my mind, I'm thinking he was like fighting the Nazis in World War II with a Pikachu, which is pretty badass. And here we go, Pikachu, level 18. What are you doing, Surge? He's using an X speed. That's what he's doing, which is completely useless because it's dead. And now we get the real MVP, Surge's Raichu. Oh, Raichu looks so good in this game. Level 24. I honestly thought it was a higher level. But perhaps it was buffed in later gens. Ooh, I got... Wait, no, I paralyzed him! Wait, that's huge. Body Slam paralysis on the Raichu is crazy. Thunderbolt? Yikes, this game is an epilepsy warning, man. And now I'm paralyzed. Okay. We're both paralyzed. This is very interesting. Crit. And I still managed to land a hit, and I also got a crit. Okay, interesting. Level 31. We did it! Easy peasy. You're the real deal, kid. Fine then, take the Thunder Badge. Thunder Badge cranks up your Pokemon speed. It also lets your Pokemon fly anytime, kid. You're special, kid. Take this. He calling me kid after every sentence. Thunderbolt. Ooh, okay. Who can learn Thunderbolt? Let's see. Mega can learn it. Also Fetus and Chucha can learn. I feel like this is a job for Fetus, to be honest. Let's get rid of Pound. And now we have freaking Thunderbolt on our Mew, which is gonna be really good, because I think Mew has a more special stat. But then again, I'm unsure if electric moves are special or physical in this game. I feel like they would be special. But, you know. Do not hold me to that, I have no clue. So many houses here, man. I was like, where's the Pokemon Center? And I realized it's all the way up north. Teal.